AI, ML, deep learning, data science. You hear these words everywhere these days, but what do they actually mean? Are they all just different names for the same thing? Well, the answer is no. And in the next few minutes, we're going to unravel all of it and show you exactly how they all fit together.
But first, a quick question. Ever wondered how your phone unlocks the second it sees your face, even if you're in low light or, wearing glasses? It's not magic. It's a perfect example of the exact technology we're about to talk about. And by the end of this, you'll know exactly how it works.
You see, the easiest way to understand these concepts is to think of them like a big family. Imagine data science is the entire family estate. AI is a specific branch of that family living in the house, and machine learning and deep learning are its brilliant kids. This family tree is the key to understanding everything.
So, let's go ahead and meet the family. We'll start with the biggest, broadest concepts first.
First up, the entire family estate, data science. This is the biggest, most all-encompassing field. Think of it as the art of asking questions of data to get useful answers. A data scientist's job is to look at a mountain of information and ask, what stories can this data tell us? Now, living inside this big house of data science is artificial intelligence, or AI. This is the big idea of making machines intelligent, giving them the ability to reason, learn, and solve problems just like humans. Think of a self-driving car avoiding an obstacle. That's a perfect example of AI in action. It's the big dream. Okay, so AI is the goal of making smart machines. But how do we actually make them smart? Well, that's where the next generation of our tech family comes in. Welcome to the School for Machines. This is the most important question, right? Do we program every single rule into them? Maybe, for simple tasks. But for complex stuff, there's a much better way. We teach them. We let them learn from experience, a lot like we do. And this is where machine learning, or ML, comes in. It's a specific way of achieving AI. Instead of programming millions of rules, we let the machine learn for itself. We feed it tons and tons of data, and it figures out the patterns on its own. Your spam filter is the perfect example. It wasn't told what spam is. It learned by looking at millions of emails that you and others marked as junk.
Now meet the genius of the family, deep learning, or DL. This is a super-powered version of machine learning. It uses something called neural networks, which are kind of modeled after the human brain. Think of it as having many, many layers of learning, which gives it the power to understand incredibly complex patterns. Remember your phone's face unlock? That's not just ML. That's the power of deep learning.
So we've covered the what of the technology. But what about the who? Who are the people who actually work with this stuff every day? Well, they generally fall into two main roles. It's not just one type of person. Depending on the goal, whether it's to find an insight or to build a product, you need different kinds of specialists. So let's meet the two main players. So what's the difference? Think of it like this. The data scientist is the analyst. They're like a detective, digging deep into the data to find insights and build a predictive model. They ask, what can we learn? The AI ML engineer, on the other hand, is the builder. They take that brilliant model and figure out how to put it into an app so millions of people can use it. They ask, how can we make this work? Theory is great, but let's make this crystal clear with some real-world examples that you probably use every single day. First example, you get that text from your bank? Did you just spend $200 in another country? That's a fraud detection system kicking into action.
The tech behind this is classic machine learning. The system has analyzed millions of transactions, learning what normal spending looks like versus what fraud looks like. It's all about pattern recognition.
And who built that predictive model? That's the work of a data scientist, finding those suspicious patterns in the data. Next up, you're on vacation and you need to order a coffee. You pull out Google Translate. How does it understand slang, grammar, and context so well? Well, that is a job for deep learning. It takes the brainpower of deep neural networks to understand the subtle rules of language.
And the builder who puts that complex tech into a simple, fast app on your phone? That would be the AI/ML engineer. And one last example, a self-driving car. For it to be safe, it has to do one simple thing perfectly: recognize a stop sign every single time.
Just like recognizing a face, recognizing an object in the real world is a job for deep learning. It has to work in the rain, in the fog, or even if the sign is partially blocked. And who makes sure that critical piece of code works perfectly with the car's brakes and steering? The AI/ML engineer, the ultimate builder. So let's put it all together. Data science is the whole field. Inside that field, you have the goal, artificial intelligence. A popular way to achieve that goal is machine learning, and the most powerful tool for machine learning is deep learning. It's really that simple.
From your phone to your bank to your car, this family of technology is already reshaping our world. Now that you understand it, there's really only one question left. What's it going to change for you next?